I got the COVID again. This is the second time I've got it in less than 6 months. I'm already starting to sweat. I missed a week of work. My glasses are already sweating. What a life we live, honestly. Like, I feel like I died and came back again. And this reading is, I'm not even going to say it's a week behind, because I think there's another person that I know got sick. My sister's sick right now. So there's definitely something like rebooting, I think. I think it's like rebooting people, or it's rebooting their souls, or like, you know, because when you get caught with a cold, it like just shuts you down, you know, like you can't do anything. Like I was like, oh, I can go to work. I can still do this. I'll just take some, you know, cold and sinus, and like, no, then the diarrhea came, and then the sweats came, and then I lost all my energy. And then it was like, I can't go to work. Are you kidding? You know, you think you're so strong and you think like, oh, it's a cold. You kick it in the ass. No, dude. No, not for me personally. So I just want to say that this reading is right on time. Okay. And I'm not going to lie and say that having it be Libra, sitting in the waiting room is amazing, because it's justice. So it's like now all of a sudden the scales are going to come out, and then death hits when we get to Scorpio, right? And then Sagittarius, we get the scales again, right? But in ourselves, not in the justice system or in the 5D system. We get it in ourselves. We get that like lining up in ourselves. So did that just make it go blurry? No. Okay. So I can't believe how hot I just suddenly get. Illness. What was I talking about? Wow. Okay, so you know how I was saying that sometimes, yeah, there's nature. As it split the deck, look at nature, because it's like Mother Nature coming in, right? Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. I get it. So I feel like when we get sick, okay, and our bodies shut down, a lot of what it can be is really negative energy that comes in, and it wants to destroy things that are beautiful, things that are creative, things that go against the grain. Okay, all those wonderful, beautiful people that are weird. Okay, there's a darkness that wants those people to be quiet. Okay, and they want them to be hurt. Okay, they want to possess them. They want to take them over, so then they become like everybody else around them, which is basically being trapped in the woods. Okay, like that's how most people live their life. Okay, metaphorically speaking, they are trapped in 9-to-5s, trapped in families, trapped in obligation, trapped in money, trapped in finance, trapped in contracts, trapped. People are trapped in this lifetime, okay? And you just have to figure out where you're trapped, if you are, because people want to feed off of you. Okay. And if you're the light in the room, guess what? You're the one that gets fed off of, because all of these energies are used to working with such darkness that the little speck of light that comes through the crowd, that darkness will go, I can eat it. Done. Right? Take it away. So we get trapped in these illnesses, okay, that force our bodies to fight back in other dimensions and kind of put us on the sidelines, you know, like we have to, because like I said, when you get sick, what the fuck are you supposed to be able to do? Like you literally just have to sit there. You can't do anything. Everything that you do is counterproductive for getting better. So you have to sit and endure it. Days on end of just sitting there, okay, which is exactly what illness is. She sat in that car for days watching that dog, okay, like her, to the point where her son was dying. Okay, so it's because this is how nature fights back, right? It's like when these plagues get put in and when these illnesses get put in, it's that little opportunity, that little window that darkness thinks it can kill you, because it brings your defenses down. Like that's why I couldn't do a reading. If my defenses are down, if my shield is down because I have to now fight for my body, for my soul, I can't do readings, because I can't open up a channel to something when I'm trying to close my own, right? I can't keep opening up all these doors when you have to concentrate on getting better, right? So we get ice here, okay, because the thing, right, it's frozen out now. So it's like, you know how they all have to come together? They all have to stay together because this thing is ripping them apart. It's the illness wants to come in and turn you to stone, but it turns you to stone in a way that you are stumped and stopped and put on the couch. But in another sense, your soul is then able to work in other dimensions because your vessel is shut down. It's like being able to be in a dream state for days on end when you're sick. Right? So somebody was trapped by something, okay? And they were trapped in this, like, yeah, we talked about in this, whatever, some type of contract or financials or life or whatever, okay? And I almost feel like this, if you've been recently sick, okay, or if we've gotten through something, I almost feel like you did it to yourself. Okay. It's like self-inflicted, but in a good way, because it's like, as soon as you know that you've got that window and somebody's trying to get in it to hurt you. Okay. And if they get in and if they hurt you, then they're going to kill you. So what you have to do is, it's almost like you have to be smarter. Okay. It's like early bird gets the worm, right? So you got out there, you did something before they could do something. I think that's what it was. They were going to trap you in something. So instead of you succumbing to that entrapment, you took yourself out of the equation and put yourself in a trap for your own safety. I almost kind of feel that, you know? Like you did something to yourself, so then these people couldn't do what they thought they could do. It's like people were waiting to prey on you or something. They were ready to attack you. And if they got your defenses low enough, then the attack would kill. Wow. It's like, I don't know what to name this video. I'm like trying to think of it in my head. Like, okay, so you got yourself sick, so then the doctors wouldn't do it. You know, like I mean, it could be anything. You know, you quit a job before they fire you. You move out of a house before you're evicted. You break up with somebody before they break up with you, right? It's like something like that. It's like you're just on the cusp of something because that breakup could lead you down a depressive path, or that loss of a job could leave you jobless for 6 to 8 months if you don't get on the ball before. And actually, I was talking to this guy yesterday who is pretty sure that one of his favorite employees is getting fired. And he doesn't know why. He's like, I don't know why I think that this guy is going to get fired, but he thinks it too. And it's just like, once that gets in you, like, okay, I'm going to get fired. And then the shifts start to reflect how you feel. It's like, okay, like something's not right here. Like I either have to jump on this right now because the universe is telling me, listen, this might not be the job for you. You got to get on that ball and you got to get out somewhere else. Like, and this is another thing too, like my ex-boyfriend, one of my exes, from long time ago, we were young. He used to always do that. He did that with everybody. He refused to break up with a girl until he found another one. And then once he found another one, he just replaced the old one with the new one. And he did it every fucking time. I couldn't believe it. I'd be like, oh yeah, there's Shane again. Oh yeah, there's Shane again. Like hooking up with somebody before he fucking tells his baby mama to get out. Oh, there he is again, hooking up with somebody before he tells fucking extracurricular activities get the fuck out of his house. Like, you know, he's going to do it. When people get into patterns like that, right? They want something replaced because they don't appreciate what they've got. And I think that that's these people, like they're obviously stuck in something that they don't like. And actually, you know, I watched this on a movie, or it was like Unsolved Mysteries or something like that. And this guy killed this woman, and it wasn't that he killed her because he was jealous of her. He killed her because she was happy with somebody else and he wasn't. So there could be somebody around you that sees that you're happy, or sees that you love your job, or sees that you're in your life, and they don't like that because they're not like that. They're not enjoying their times. They're not making themselves happy. They're not trying to live in the moment. They're just feeding off of other people who love their lives. Makes it look like they love theirs. But then when it comes down to it and that person's all by themselves and at home and alone, suddenly they want things that other people have because they're not in their life. And you have to understand, when you go and you try to steal something from somebody else, you're not going to appreciate it. You're not going to love it. You're not going to take care of it because it was stolen. You didn't work for it. When you have to work for something, like when you seriously put your mind to something and you work hard at it, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody. Even if you fail at things, you just end up doing things all by yourself where nobody can see. You know, like, I mean, there was numerous times fucking, you know, people told me that I couldn't paint and that I couldn't make a living doing tarot. And I, you know, like there were so many things that my stepmother and my father used to say to me. So then I would get the conventional 9 to 5. And what they didn't realize is that they shot down every opportunity that they had with me to do something with my life. And I never conformed to theirs. Ever. I stayed in my own boat. I didn't care if that meant that they weren't going to love me because I'm a bartender. I didn't care if they got pissed off at me and they refused my inheritance because I started a tarot channel and I'm going to sit at home and do readings, right? It's like my stepmother doesn't want me to have a life of luxury. And a life of luxury to me is being able to be at home doing my readings because I have massive health problems. I don't want to be at home, but if I can make money at home, why wouldn't I? I have scoliosis. I have a crooked back. Like for the most part, it causes so much pain in my body that I want to cry, but I don't. I stay strong because I am strong, because I was raised in a family where pain didn't matter. You weren't allowed to have pain because if my stepmother wasn't in pain, you weren't allowed to be in pain. She took your pain away from you, told you to go out and get shit done, take your Advil. You weren't allowed to be in pain. Okay, so she took voices away from me. She took opportunities away from me because she said she was being the adult. She was being the parent. We had to listen to her. First of all, she wasn't my parent, so I didn't have to fucking listen to her. Second of all, everything she said I disagreed with, and I still disagree with to this day. So why the fuck would I want to follow down the road of somebody I completely disagree with altogether on how they live their life? I don't care if they're a parent or if they're not a parent. Just because you're a parent, that the stupidest people have kids. Okay. And she tries to make it seem like she's so smart. She knows everything. She had a kid. She's a mother. Well, you're a fucking idiot. She forces her son to do things on a daily basis. She's a bully. She's a fucking narcissist. She's a liar. That's how she gets people to stay around, by being the worst things possible. But they see a pretty woman who looks like they're having a bad rap at life. So you see how people can see things and it looks completely different than what they're actually going through. Like, my stepmother gives people a show. She gives them a show and a half. And if you don't like it, she'll bust out the tears. She'll bust out anything she possibly can. She'll bust out that she's a woman and that she's sensitive while she's fighting another woman. You know, there are some people that want to end you. They don't want you around. They don't want you to breathe, act, eat, sleep, draw, fart, unless it's exactly how they want you to do it. And that is a bully. 100%. That person should be arrested. Okay? And that's the thing, is bullies don't get arrested. Right? And they should. Because you need to learn what bullying somebody actually does. They need to get bullied back. Because for the most part, bullies come from a bully situation, right? So it's like they've even seen it, but they don't know, right? And I believe my stepmother is a bully. I know that she is, and she brainwashes my father into being an asshole. And that's how she gets her power. That's how she claims her throne, by shooting down other people. If that's how you want power, by all means, become a Hitler. But if you want power because you fucking gained it, you out of respect, out of due diligence, out of hard work and dedication, then you get all the respect from me than you ever fucking need, right? I'm the kind of person, I built my shit from the ground up. And I appreciate when people do it that way too. I don't appreciate people who get fucking given everything and just, oh, here, handed this and handed that. I don't appreciate people like that. I appreciate the people that had to work for it. So the people who get given everything, not that I'm saying, I mean, it's not your fault if your parents were rich and they gave you everything, right? But on my level and where I'm at in my life, people who have done it differently, I jam with, because those are the only people that I can connect with, because they're the only people that know what I went through, because they went through it. So, we're going to wrap it up because I have to go to work. So, I hope it resonates. You know, if you've been through something where your temple got taken down, okay, you got taken down, or you feel like you're about to get taken down, the universe is trying to tell you that you're on your way out of something, okay? And you made a genius move to do what you did to begin with. So trust that. Trust your intuition. Trust the things that you say to yourself. Trust your reaction, right? Your first reaction to things will tell you a lot about the situation. If you refuse yourself and how you feel and the signs that you give yourself, you won't communicate with yourself. And if you don't communicate with yourself, how are you supposed to know and listen and watch for red flags that are telling you to stop something before you get stopped in your own tracks? That's it. So anyways, Libra, great reading. I hope it resonates. Yeah, obviously I got rid of my TikTok. I don't know if you ever went on there and checked it, but yo, that thing is this fucking... TikTok is haunted as fuck, okay? Like, just be very careful when you're on there. Clear your phone, clear your cache. I got many viruses on my phone. TikTok almost shut my whole fucking phone down. Almost had to buy a new one. So just, you know, be very careful when you're on some of these apps and some of these sites watching haunting videos and ghost videos and stuff, because things can jump. That's all I've got to say. Have you seen Poltergeist? Things can jump. Okay. I don't know when the next reading is. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure, but we are back with upper lip sweat and everything. Like, might have to change my clothes before I go to work because I'm just sweating right through them, which is a good thing. Sweating, it's breaking it. It's getting it out of your system.